Ladies and gentlemen, folks at home that are tuning in virtually, thank you for being with us this afternoon for Evening in the Country with Tennessee Walt. A nice selection of music has been selected with some stories behind it, and I hope you'll enjoy it. And without further ado, here is Tennessee Walt. Waiting for this show 15 months. Take that night train to Memphis, take that night train to Memphis. And when you arrive at the station, I'll be right there to meet you, I'll be right there to greet you. So don't turn down my invitation. Hallelujah, hallelujah, we'll be shouting hallelujah all the day. Oh, we'll have a jubilee down in Memphis, Tennessee, and we'll shout hallelujah all the way. Take that night train to Memphis, take that night train to Memphis. You know how I'm longing to see ya. Leave at 3:57, arrive at 11, and I'll be shouting hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. We'll be shouting hallelujah all the day. Oh, we'll have a jubilee down in Memphis, Tennessee, and we'll shout hallelujah all the way. Take that night train to Memphis, take that night train to Memphis. Tell the engineer to pull the throttle open. Keep that engine stack a smoking. I'm not kidding, I'm not joking. I'll soon be with my gal, I'm hoping. Hallelujah, hallelujah. We'll be shouting hallelujah all the day. Oh, we'll have a jubilee down in Memphis, Tennessee, and we'll shout hallelujah all the way. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, both ladies and gentlemen in the house and ladies and gentlemen communicating with us virtually. That was Take That Night Train to Memphis. It was written by Owen Bradley, Marvin, and P. Smith, recorded by Roy Baker. If that doesn't get you up, I don't know if there's much I can do for you. Anyway, good afternoon. Welcome to, it's not an evening in the country, afternoon in the country. Well, I am Tennessee Walt. All you really need to know about me is my name is not Walt. As to the show, it's going to be like most of the shows I do in libraries, and then it's a collection of classic songs, 1920 as today. It'll be unlike that in that we'll have more singing and less talking. In a certain sense, this show has been thrown together because I needed something that I could offer to a handful of sponsors who had all of my previous shows. Way back in 2015, when I was getting started, Steve Spataro of here at the East Hampton Library, Linda White of the Elmont Library, and a couple of others took a chance on a piano-playing country singer whom they had never heard of and not long before knew nothing about country music and didn't play the piano. That gamble worked out. I've been back here every year since, but it really was quite a chance they took, and I'm really grateful for that. I say I've been back every year. Of course, it wasn't back this past year. We were all set. We had an April date for my 2020 show, which we called Three Chords to the Truth, our latest songwriters. That was set for April, though, and in March, things started to happen. Some of them good, most of them bad. The 2020 show wound up being rescheduled for 2022. I'll talk more about that later. And I wound up offering a series of web concerts to various sponsors through 2021. Unfortunately, while I had 4 years worth of previous shows I could offer to most sponsors, places like this where I'd done all of my previous shows, I didn't have anything to offer. So I decided to put together this one, which is more like the shows I do for clubs and that sort of thing. Mostly singing, not very much talking, despite been one of the lessons of the pandemic that I had a lot of chance to practice. I was at home all the time, so I spent 2 or 3 hours a day playing the piano. And this, pardon the rhythm track that's being added here by our neighbors. Apparently, there's a disco next door. I wasn't aware of that, but anyway, I had the opportunity to add more than 100 new songs to my repertoire, by which I mean more than 100 new old songs. So what I'm doing today is I'm taking 20 of the ones that I think are the most fun to play and to sing or whatever. With one exception, they are all songs I've never done live anywhere except online. So you are seeing the live performance premiere virtually every song in this show. I hope you enjoy it. But enough talking. The 2020 show, now the 2020 show, is called Three Chords and the Truth, Country's Greatest Songwriters. Takes its title from the great country songwriter Harlan Howard, famously said that all you needed to write a country song was 3 chords and the truth. This is a song written by Harlan Howard in 1962. It was recorded by Johnny Cash in 1963. My bills are due and a baby, but I'm busted. Cotton is down to a quarter a pound and I'm busted. I got a cow that went dry and a hen that won't lay. A big stack of bills that gets bigger each day. The county will haul my belongings away 'cause I'm busted. I went to my work to ask for work. I was busted. I hate to beg like a dog for a bone, but I'm busted. My brother said there ain't a thing I can do. My wife and my kids are all down with the flu. And I was just thinking of calling on you 'cause I'm busted. Lord, I ain't no thief, but a man can go wrong when he's busted. The food that we canned last summer is gone 'cause I'm busted. The fields are all bare and the cotton won't grow. Me and my family gotta get up and go. Where I'll make a living, the Lord only knows, but I'm busted. That is coming attractions from what is now my 2022 show. I had intended originally in 2021 to be doing a show built around the songs of Christopher Robinson. I was going to call it Big Time Lonesome Town, songs of Christopher Robinson. I'm still planning to do that show, but I don't really know when it'll be. The 2020 show is now the 2022 show. 2023 is Hank Williams' centennial, so I have to do a Hank Williams show that year. But sooner or later, I will get to Big Time Lonesome Town because there are so many great Christopher shows. There's really no excuse not to do that show. This is one of them. It's from 1971. I have seen the morning burning open on a mountain in the sky, aching with the feeling of the freedom of an eagle when she flies. Oh, the world, the way she smiled upon my soul as I lay dying. Healing as the colors in the sunshine or the shadows of her eyes. Waking in the morning to the feeling of her fingers on my skin. Winding off the traces of the people and the places I have been. Teaching me that yesterday was something that I never thought of trying. Talking of tomorrow and the money, love, and time we had to spend. Loving her was easier than anything I'll ever do again. Coming close together with a feeling that I never felt before in my time. She ain't ashamed to be a woman or afraid to be a friend. I'll never know the answer to the easy way she opened every door in my mind. But dreaming was as easy as believing it was never gonna end. Loving her was easier than anything I'll ever do again. I thought at this point in the show of maybe doing a 2 or 3 Christopherson songs in a row. But the problem with this is that Christopherson songs are almost all about a single subject. And this is kind of a celebration of sorts. It wouldn't really be much of a party if I did a whole bunch of songs about loneliness. That is Christopherson's master subject. It's been very trendy in the last year of the lockdown, and for good reason. If you think about it, for the good times, help me make it through the night, Jody and the kid, me and Bobby and the Keys, Sunday morning coming down, they're all about loneliness. That's what he writes songs about. And I think maybe over the course of the last year or so, we've had enough loneliness to keep us going at the moment. So I will do 1 or 2 more Christopherson songs, but I'm not going to group them all together. We might all start crying or something like that. Here is one that is about together. I'm a ladies' man, oh yes sirree, I love the gals love me. Can I make them swoon? Oh yes I can. Don't know what it is about me they love, but whatever it is, I got plenty of them. They wait for me, I'm a loving ladies' man. I'm a ladies' man, and that's no crime. I like them around me all the time. I've got a line of talk they understand. Now you may like a baseball game, but as for me, that's much too tame. I get my thrills just being a ladies' man. Been a ladies' man since I was 3. The women used to bounce beyond their knee. They'd always say, when he grows up, watch out. When the gals see those big blue eyes, they'll buzz around like a bunch of flies. Who knew what they were talking about? I'm a ladies' man, I get the breaks. I guess I've got everything it takes. And when it comes to loving, they like my brand. The gals just won't leave me alone. I had to disconnect my phone. That's how it is when you're a ladies' man. I'm a ladies' man, oh yes sirree, I love the gals love me. And when it comes to dates, I'm in demand. I like them short and I like them tall. As a matter of fact, I love them all. Make way for me, I'm a loving ladies' man. That song is actually one I have done in this once before. It's from my 2018 film, Hanks the Lot. As it happened, that's a show that has songs from 9 different country stars. Hey, as it happens, I did that show just last week. That played at the public library. I had so much fun singing that song. I decided maybe I'd keep it in just a little bit more. It's from 1952. It was written by Cy Coben. It was recorded by the great Hank. I should mention that if you're curious about the backgrounds of these shows, I am doing less talking than I normally do, but my website, TennesseeWalt.com, Tennessee spelled out Walt.com. There is at the top of my country music blog a whole set of programs. Shows a little bit more about the songs, about the people who wrote them, about what it's like to sing them, or whatever. So don't look at it now, it would be rude, but after the show, feel free to check that out. more out of it. It would not be a Tennessee Walt show if I didn't do a Hank Williams song too. So this one is from 1949. It was co-written by Hank Williams and Jim Davis, governor of Louisiana. He was also in country singer. That's another story. I was riding number 9, heading south from Caroline. I heard that whistle blow. Got in trouble, had to roam. Left my gal and left my home. I heard that whistle blow. Just a kid acting smart. I went and broke my darling's heart. I guess I was too young to know. They took me off the Georgia main, locked me to a ball and chain. I heard that whistle blow. All alone, I bear the shame. I'm a number, not a name. I heard that whistle blow. All I do is sit and sigh. When that evening train goes by, I hear that whistle blow. I'll be locked here in the cell till my body's just a shell and my hair turns whiter than snow. I'll never see that gal fly, but I'm in Georgia doing time. I heard that whistle blow. This next one is a real rarity. One you probably never heard of. It's called 19 Ernest Tubb Show Came to Town. It was written by Charlie Williams in 1973 and was originally recorded by Stony Edwards that year, but was, for reasons that are too complicated to go into, except in the program notes, not released until, believe it or not, 2009. Nonetheless, in the interim of the songwriter Charlie Williams got together in 1983, 8 years later, with the legendary, 10 years later, with the legendary country songwriter Bobby Braddock, and did a revised version of the song called Night That Ordered Wagoner Came to Town. Then 2 years after that, they did a revised version of the revised version called The Night Hank Williams Came to Town. That one was recorded by Johnny Cash. You may have heard it. I'm actually partial to the original one, partly because of the terrific performance by Stony Edwards, which I recommend highly, partly because it's a tribute to my all-time favorite country singer, Ernest Tubb, but mostly because it's a very unusual subject for a song, and I appreciate that. It's about the impact, the importance that touring country musicians had back in the days before television and the internet. The people in small towns really were very infrequently in contact with the outside world. To the townspeople in this song, the year of that crops failed is not remembered as such. And the night of the sensational murder is still known to one and all as the night the Ernest Tubb Show came to town. Little E.T. Thompson came into this world. Just one more of 11, 3 more boys and 7 girls. But his birthday's something special, no one had to write it down. He came the night the Ernest Tubb Show came to town. Folks remember how the crops and cattle died, how the old folks cussed a dry spell, the little children cried. Hell, the county brought provisions in and passed them all around. It was the year the Ernest Tubb Show came to town. Folks still show off the pictures they had taken with the band. Ernest signed his autograph on Beulah Reisner's fan. Some boy from out of town got drunk and someone shot him down. It was the night the Ernest Tubb Show came to town. Folks still show off the pictures they had taken with the band. Ernest signed his autograph on Beulah Reisner's fan. Some boy from out of town got drunk and someone shot him down. It was the night the Ernest Tubb Show came to town. It was the night the Ernest Tubb Show came to town. It was the night the Ernest Tubb Show came to town. Like to learn the whole story about this song. There's actually not just the program notes, there's a whole essay that I wrote months back. I spent 2 years researching how this strange combination of songs came into existence. It's an interesting research project. It includes an exclusive interview with Bobby Braddock, a link to his previously unreleased demo for the night the Porter Wagoner came to town. Interesting stuff, really. One of the classic country subjects is the guy who's losing his sweetheart. She's leaving, but she won't tell him what's wrong. All she's willing to say is that she's leaving, and he doesn't know what to say. Or in this case, he does. I made a small fortune, and you squandered it all. You shamed me till I feel about 1 inch tall. But I thought that you loved me and hoped that you'd change. So I gritted my teeth and tried not to complain. Now you come to me with a simple goodbye. You tell me you're leaving, but you won't tell me why. Now we're at the bus station, and you're getting on. And all I can think of is, thank God and Greyhound you're gone. Thank God and Greyhound you're gone. I don't know how much longer I could have gone on. Watching you take the respect out of me. Watching you make a total wreck out of me. That big diesel motors are playing my song. Thank God and Greyhound you're gone. Thank God and Greyhound you're gone. That load on my mind got lighter when you got on. That dingy old bus is a beautiful sight. Watching the black smoke rolling up around the tail light. I hate to be cruel, but I've been silent too long. Thank God and Greyhound you're gone. Thank God and Greyhound you're gone. That one is from 1970. It was written by Larry Kingston and John Edward Nix and was originally recorded by the great Roy Clark. Well, here's another Chris Christopherson song. This one is a rarity in that it's one that he recorded himself for the first time. In the late 1960s and early 1970s, Chris Christopherson was the hottest songwriter in Nashville. He hadn't established himself as a performer. So almost all of his classic songs were originally recorded by other people beforehand. Somehow this one escaped. It wasn't recorded by 100 other people until the week after it came out, rather than the week before. And goes something like this. look so sad. I know it's over. Life goes on. This old world will keep on turning. Let's just be glad we had some time spent together. There's no need to watch the bridges that were burning. Lay your head upon my pillow. Hold your warm and tender body close to mine. Hear the whisper of the raindrops blowing soft against the window, and make believe you one more time. Oh, good times. I'll get along. You'll find another, and I'll be here. You should find you ever need me. Don't say a word about tomorrow or forever. There'll be time enough for sadness when you leave me. Lay your head upon my pillow. Hold your warm and tender body close to mine. Hear the whisper of the raindrops blowing soft against the window, and make believe you wait for time, for the good times. Like I said, moments comes from the turf when you talk about Christmas stars. There's biographical reasons for this, but we won't go into that right now. Religion has been one of the most lasting elements of country music, so I like to do a religious song every now and then. This one was a #1 hit for Berlin Husky. It was written by Bob Ferguson, who is best known today as the in the Country Music Hall of Fame as a producer for RCA Records. But he was a fascinating guy. He had a whole lot of other identity as Happy Feel Like Possible. He did all kinds of things, and if you want to learn more about him, he's in the program notes. You'll even find out why the national hockey team is called Predators. Believe it or not, it relates to Montrose, and by extension, on the wings of a snow-white dove, he sends his pure, sweet love, a sign from above, on the wings of a dove. When troubles surround us and evils come, the body grows weak, the spirit grows numb. When these things beset us, he doesn't forget us. He sends down his love on the wings of a dove, on the wings of a snow-white dove. He sends his pure, sweet love, a sign from above, on the wings of a dove. When Noah had drifted on the flood many days, he searched for land in various ways. Troubles he had some, but he wasn't forgotten. He sent down his love on the wings of a dove, on the wings of a snow-white dove. He sent his pure, sweet love, a sign from above, on the wings of a dove. wings of a snow-white dove. He sends his pure, sweet love, a sign from above. On the wings of a dove, on the wings of a dove, on the wings of a dove. 2020 was a bad year for country music. We lost a lot of iconic country singers, some due to the coronavirus, some due to other things. Maybe the most consequential one that we lost was the legendary Charlie Pride, 86, when he succumbed to coronavirus on December 12th. Yes, it is a matter of fact that his last performance was at the Country Music Association in November, 2 weeks before, and that many people at that event defied social distancing protocols and refused to wear masks. I have nothing polite to say about that. What to say about Charlie Pride? Well, I'm not going to talk about the thing that everybody talks about for the last 50 years, because while it's interesting, it's not really consequential when you're talking about Charlie Pride. And what counts is that he was a sharecropper's son who grew up listening to Grand Ole Opry and dreaming of being a country singer, and that he realized all of those dreams and then some. There are a lot of country singers who have long and successful careers who, if they're lucky, get to have 1 or 2 #1 hits. Hank Williams had 10. He's an icon. Charlie Pride had 30. So don't list him as best in some subcategory. Put him down as one of the biggest country singers who ever lived. This one is not one of his 30 #1s. It peaked out #2. But it is one of my favorites. It's from 1982 and it's by Kent Roberts. I came in late again last night. Really, it was this morning. I had my alibi down pat. I was gonna be charming, but the doors were all locked. I was stuck outside with a key that no longer fits. There was a note on the door that said adios, sayonara, goodbye, this is it. I don't think she's in love anymore. She's hanging up her telephone and locking her door. I don't think she wants to hear any more of my lies. I don't think she's in love anymore. She ain't buying my lies like before. The only thing she wants out of me now is goodbye. So I went down to a phone booth, almost down to crying, all ready to spill the truth. I guess she's tired of my lying. Yeah, I was all ready to beg and plead and turn over a brand new leaf. But the minute she heard it was me on the line, I heard click, she hung up on me. I don't think she's in love anymore. She's hanging up her telephone and locking her door. I don't think she wants to hear any more of my lies. I don't think she's in love anymore. She ain't buying my lies like before. The only thing she wants out of me now is goodbye. Rest in peace, Charlie Pride. Say, did you know that Charlie Pride started out as a baseball player, almost pitched for the New York Yankees, and was later traded for a bust? Check those programs. There's a lot of very interesting stuff there, here and there. Well, at this point I would normally be taking some audience requests, but it's kind of a strange situation we're in because the audience is watching remotely. It's roughly 3 times the size of the audience in the house. And I have no way of hearing requests from the people remotely, but it seems a little unfair to the people just because they happen to be sitting in this room instead of some other room. So I've decided to go with the law of averages and do the 2 songs that will last 5 years, most often been requested easily 100 different songs, but there are a handful that come up again and again. And this one is the most frequently requested of all. It is another Christopherson song on his debut album, Christopherson, in 1970. He was not the first one to record it. A lot of people think that was Johnny Cash. That's not correct. This was actually originally recorded in 1969 by Ray Stevens. Well, I woke up Sunday morning with no way to hold my head that didn't hurt. And the beer I had for breakfast wasn't bad, so I had one more for dessert. Then I fumbled through my closet for my clothes and found my cleanest dirty shirts. And I shaved my face, combed my hair, and stumbled down the stair to meet the day. I'd smoked my brain the night before on cigarettes and songs that I was picking. But I lit my first and watched a small kid cussing at a can that he was kicking. Then I crossed the empty street and caught the Sunday smell of someone frying chicken. And it took me back to something that I lost somehow, somewhere along the way. On a Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. 'Cause there's something in a Sunday that makes the body feel alone. And there's nothing short of dying half as lonesome as the sound of a sleeping city sidewalk. Sunday morning comes down. In a park I saw a daddy with a laughing little girl that he was swinging. And I stopped beside a Sunday school and listened to the song that they were singing. Then I headed back for home, and somewhere far away a lonely bell was ringing. And it echoed through the canyons like the disappearing dreams of yesterday. On a Sunday morning sidewalk, wishing, Lord, that I was stoned. 'Cause there's something in a Sunday makes a body feel alone. And there's nothing short of dying half as lonesome as the sound of a sleeping city sidewalk. Like I said, there are a lot of stories I could tell you about that song. Probably the one that most interests you is one about Christopher's helicopter, but that's in the program notes. Check it out. They're on Tennessee Walt. Instead, I'll tell you that when Johnny Cash sang this song on Johnny Cash Show, ABC variety show, national broadcast program, the network wanted him to change the words. They wanted him to change from wishing, Lord, that I was stoned to wishing, Lord, that I was home. They thought stoning sounded like it's about drugs, strangely enough. And Cash nodded and said, yeah, that's a good idea. Then he went out, and once the cameras were rolling, it was a live show, he belted it out and with it stopped. Now, that's a cute story. It tells you something about Johnny Cash. But what interests me about it is it gives you a sense for how little the network people really knew about drugs. They thought that changing that one word caused the song not to be about drugs. Apparently, they don't know what I smoked my brain the night before means, or for that matter, what's coming down. Be that as it may, it's a classic song that's been recorded by any number of people subsequently, and it is the one that I could ask for. Here's another one from my upcoming show, Three Chords of Truth. It's supposed to be my past show, but life has been like that for the past couple of years now. This one is best known in a classic recording by Patsy Cline. It was released shortly after the tragic death. It is actually written, however, and originally recorded by the great Don Gibson. Sweet dreams of you, every night I go through. Why can't I forget you and start my life anew? Instead of having sweet dreams about you. You don't love me, it's plain. I should know you'll never wear my name. I should hate you the whole night instead of having sweet dreams about you. Sweet dreams of you, dreams I know can't come true. Why can't I forget the past, start loving someone new, instead of having sweet dreams about you? First learned that song back early 2020 as I was getting ready to do my show, which is going to be included. I spent a good part of February and March 2020 at Holmes Regional Medical Center in Melbourne, Florida, where I had a family member treated there. But I had the show coming up in April, so I thought. So every day for an hour or so, I would sneak away and play the piano in the lobby, which is actually, the lobby is a three-story atrium. The piano is actually on the second story, so people can't actually see you. They can tell there's a piano going on. So after I'd been there for a week or two and was coming in every day, I stopped at the security desk. They have to stand you in. And there was the security official was a woman, I would guess in her late 20s or early 30s, clearly a Muslim. She was wearing the headscarf or whatever. She snapped the card and said, "It's very nice." So it's clearly one of those songs that crosses generational boundaries, cultural boundaries, and so forth. I would dedicate this to her, except I don't know her name. She'll probably never hear me sing it again. It's your singing funny back then. That song, like all of Patsy Cline's recordings, was produced by the great Owen Bradley, who was A&R man at the offices of Decca Records. You may remember I mentioned Owen Bradley earlier as one of the songwriters of Night Train in Memphis. Actually, he wrote only a handful of songs. He was best known initially as a piano player and then as a record producer. And it was as a record producer that he was inducted into the Country Music Hall of Fame in 1974. Bradley is arguably the most important producer in the history of country music. He was one of the architects of the style that became known as the Nashville sound. As the lead producer for Decca Records, he handled an amazing array of stars. Patsy Cline, Red Foley, Pearl Ives, Katie Lang, Brenda Lee, Loretta Lynn, Bill Monroe, Lou Milligan, Webb Pierce, Ernest Tubb, Conway Twitty, and Kitty Wells. Just that's a Hall of Fame right there by itself. And he was known for his almost infallible eye for talent. I say almost In 1956, Bradley signed a young singer to Decca that he thought had great potential, but he recorded several songs with this guy, and they didn't sell. He decided that he had misjudged the singer, and he cut him loose. The next year, he signed with Brunswick Records and released this song. Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. That'll be the day when you make me cry. You say you're gonna leave. You know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die. You know, you give me all your loving and your turtle dove, all your hugs and kisses and your money too. You know you love me, baby, but still you tell me, maybe, that someday, well, I'll be through. Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. That'll be the day when you make me cry. You say you're gonna leave. You know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die. The Cupid shot is dark, he shot it at your heart. So if we ever part, then I leave you. You sit there and hold me, but still you tell me boldly that someday, well, I'll be through. Well, that'll be the day when you say goodbye. That'll be the day when you make me cry. You say you're gonna leave. You know it's a lie, 'cause that'll be the day when I die. So yeah, Owen Bradley whiffed on Buddy Holly. But nonetheless, his batting average is really quite exceptional. If you go to the Country Music Hall of Fame in Nashville, you will see an actual reconstruction of Bradley's studio at Decca, complete with the actual mail on the desk and so forth. And if you, from there, go to Music Row, Center of Music in Nashville, one end of Music Row is dead ends in Owen Bradley Park, which is a big statue of Bradley seated at his piano. He really was a very consequential guy. He also missed on King Vincent, another rock and roll pioneer. But the people in country music didn't really know what to make of rock and roll. It started out as a subgenre of country in the early 1950s, boomed into its own thing in the mid-1950s, and by the late 1950s, seemed to have petered out, only to resurface in the early 1960s in the hands of four lads from Liverpool. One of whom, as it turns out, was and still is a passionate fan of country music. They're gonna put me in the movies. They're gonna make a big star out of me. We'll make a film about a man who's sad and lonely, and all I gotta do is act naturally. I'll bet you I'm gonna be a big star. Might win an Oscar, you can never tell. This movie's gonna make me a big star, 'cause I can play the part so well. I hope you come and see me in the movies, and I know when you plainly see the biggest fool that ever hit the big time, and all I gotta do is act naturally. We'll make a scene about a man who's sad and lonely, and begging down upon his bended knee. I'll play the part, but I won't need rehearsing, 'cause all I gotta do is act naturally. I'll bet you I'm gonna be a big star. Might win an Oscar, you can never tell. This movie's gonna make me a big star, 'cause I can play the part so well. I hope you'll come and see me in the movies, and I know you will plainly see the biggest fool that ever hit the big time, and all I gotta do is act naturally. Yeah, all I gotta do is act naturally. Yeah, today most people probably think of that song as a Beatles song, originally sung by Ringo Starr. Country people know that it is a country song written by Johnny Russell and originally recorded in 1963 by the late Walt. It was his first #1 single and established him as a star. Went on 94 #1 hits. Well, the Beatles made their recording years later. It did not chart. This is because it happened to be the B side of a little song called Yesterday, which I talked about for the oxygen in the room. Nonetheless, when you get right down to it, it's still a country song. You might think that a guy like Megan Ringo would be a country western kind of guy. It's, the Beatles broke up. He said, "I need to make a solo album." Care of that. Well, one of the most underappreciated stars of music is Great Red Stovall. This is partly because he died young. In fact, before his first recordings were even official. And the other is that he's actually a fictional character, played by Clint Eastwood in Monkey Talk Man. Now, like all movies about country, this is a story of an alcoholic country singer struggling to put himself back together before it's too late. The Stovall's biggest hit was the title song, which was later covered by Marty Robbins. I've never seen you look like that again. And I left out the fact that this song was written by Wayne Blackwood. He'd always made the songwriter rather than just the singer. I've never seen you look quite so sad, and I've never felt me feel quite so bad. I know we both feel like we have been had, but I guess they were just not that strong. So I lost my woman, and you lost your man. Who knows who's right or who's wrong? I got my piano and I've got a plan. Throw your arms round this honky-tonk man. Throw your arms round this honky-tonk man, and we'll get through this night the best way we can. It's the best old painkillers since hurting began. Throw your arms round this honky-tonk man. I miss that woman and you miss him. There's not a hell of a lot we can do, but cling to each other till the hurting is through. Hurt can only last just so long. So you'll be my woman and I'll be your man, even if just for a while. I still got my piano and I've got a plan. Throw your arms round this honky-tonk man. Throw your arms round this honky-tonk man, and we'll get through this night the best way we can. It's the best old painkillers hurting. Throw your arms round this honky-tonk man. One of my favorite country songwriters is great Billy Joe Shaver. Shaver was kind of a massive person. Wrote songs like nobody knows. All you really need to know about how great a songwriter Billy Joe Shaver was that his first album was produced by Christmas Thomas, and that when the Highwaymen were trying to decide whose song they used to close their touring show, it's a tricky thing. We're talking about Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, Christopher Stockerson, and Willie Nelson. They're all great songwriters. So whose songs should we play? Well, those four brilliant songwriters said, why don't we close with Billy Joe's? Now, this is not that song. This is another one of his many great songs. Willie Nelson performs frequently on tour. It is from 1985. simple man with a Dominecker hand and a rose of a different name. Well, the first time I felt lightning, I was standing in the pouring rain with a trembling hand and a bottle of gin and a rose of a different name. Well, the devil made me do it the first time. The second time I done it on my own. Lord, put a handle on a simple-headed man. Help me leave that black rose alone. When the devil made that woman, Lord, he threw the pattern away. He was built for speed with all the tools he needed to make a new fool every day. Way down deep and dirty, on the darkest side of shame, I caught a cane-cutting man with a bottle of gin and a rose of a different name. Well, the devil made me do it the first time. The second time I done it on my own. Lord, put a handle on a simple-headed man. Help me leave that black rose alone. Lord, put a handle on a simple-headed man. Help me leave that black rose alone. If you'd like to learn more about Billy Joe Shaver, among the other essays on my blog, 4 or 5 months ago now, I have a whole essay about how I think Billy Joe Shaver's songwriting works. Very mysterious subject. People have a sense that his songs are about something deeply moving, but it's kind of hard to figure out what that exactly would be. I have a theory about why that is. It's called Ode to Billy Joe. Okay. Tell Billy, I told us. Another brilliant songwriter is the great Gretchen Peters, still very much active. Like me, she is a rarity in a country of New York. She grew up in Knoxville, Kansas. This is one of my favorites. On a bus to St. Cloud, Minnesota, I thought I saw you there. Snow falling down around you like a silent prayer. And once on a street in New York City, with the jazz and the skin in the air. And once on a cold LA freeway, going nowhere. And it's strange, but it's true. I was sure it was you. Just a face in the crowd on a bus to St. Cloud. A church in downtown New Orleans. I got down on my knees and prayed. And I wept in the arms of Jesus for the choice you made. We're just getting to the good part, getting past the mystery. And it's just like you, oh, it's just like you to disagree. And it's strange, but it's true. You just slipped out of me like a face in the crowd on a bus to St. Cloud. And you chase me like a shadow, and you haunt me like a ghost. And I hate you so, and I love you so, but I miss you. St. Cloud, Minnesota. I thought I saw you there. The snow falling down around you like a silent prayer. Not every country hit begins as a country hit. For instance, in 1963, Billy Ed Wheeler wrote a pop duet after and the great pop songwriter Jerry Lee thought was a pretty good song. But when he recorded it with a friend in Joan Summer, it did not sell. Later the same year, it was recorded by the Kingston Trio, and it didn't sell then either. The song looked like a dud. It turned out, however, that it was not a dud, rather a time bomb, just waiting for its moment to go off. That moment came 4 years later when Johnny Cash and June Carter turned it into a country hit, and inspired by that, Sinatra and Lee Hazelwood turned it into a pop hit 6 months later. I said pop duet, or in this case, country duet. Here to accompany with it is my favorite guest star. In the real world, she is my lovely wife, Sarah Ellen Holiday. But in the world of Tennessee Walt, we know her as Texas Sally. That's it We got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. I'm going to Jackson. I'm gonna mess around. I'm going to Jackson. Look out, Jackson town.
Well, go on down to Jackson. Go ahead and wreck your health. Go play your hand, you big talking man. Make a big fool of yourself. Yeah, you go to Jackson. Go comb your hair.
I'm going to snowball in Jackson.
See if I dare.
When I breeze into that city, people gonna stoop and bow.
Ha!
All those women gonna make me teach them what they don't know how. I'm going to Jackson. Turns my coat. I'm going to Jackson.
Goodbye, that's all she wrote. They'll laugh at you in Jackson, and I'll be dancing on a pony keg. They'll lead you around like a big scalded hound with your tail tucked between your legs. So you go to Jackson, you big talking man, and I'll be waiting in Jackson behind my J-Pen fan.
Oh, we got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. We're going to Jackson. And that's a fact. We're going to Jackson. Ain't never coming back. Sarah Holiday, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I'm going to do one more Hank Williams song. Now, this is his first big hit, 1947. It's also the only one in this song that awards a common role to a cat. Got in last night about 10:30. That baby of mine wouldn't let me in, so moving on over. Moving on over. Move over, little dog, 'cause the big dog's moving in. She changed the lock on our front door, so my door key don't fit no more, so get it on over. Scoot it on over. Move over, skinny dog, 'cause the fat dog's moving in. This doghouse here is mighty small, but it's better than no house at all, so ease it on over. Drag it on over. Move over, old dog, there's a new dog moving in. She told me not to once, she won me twice, but I don't take no one's advice, so scratch it on over, shake it on over, move over short dog, 'cause the tall dog's moving in. She'll crawl back to me on her knees, but I'll be busy scratching fleas, so slide it on over, sneak it on over, move over, good dog, 'cause the bad dog's moving in. Remember, Pop, before you whine, that side's yours and this side's mine, so shove it on over, sweep it on over, move over, cold dog, 'cause the hot dog's moving in. This is a song I've never performed anywhere, or whether I'm in person online in shows, maybe yours. It was written by two of all-time greats, Jim and Jenny Nelson. Apparently, they didn't realize what they had, though, because for 2 years, neither one of them had recorded in 1973 when they failed Jennings. They recorded it as duets 2 years later. Long time forgotten, our dreams that just fell by the way. And a good life he promised is not what she's living today. But she never complains about the bad times or bad things he's done. She just talks about the good times they've had and all good times to come. She's a good-hearted woman in love with a good-timing man. She loves him in spite of his ways that she don't understand. Through teardrops and laughter, they'll walk through this world hand in hand. A good-hearted woman loving her good-timing man. He likes the nightlife and bright lights and good times and friends. When the party's all over, she'll welcome him back home again. She may not understand him, but she does the best that she can. 'Cause she's a good-hearted woman, she loves her good-timing man. She's a good-hearted woman in love with a good-timing man. She loves him in spite of his wicked ways she don't understand. Through teardrops and laughter, they'll walk through this world hand in hand. A good-hearted woman loving her good-timing man. She's a good-hearted woman in love with a good-timing man. She loves me in spite of my wicked ways she don't understand. Through teardrops and laughter, we'll walk through this world hand in hand. A good-hearted woman loving her good-timing man. A good-hearted woman loving her good-timing man. Waylon Jennings was the guy who came up with the idea of that song. It was actually inspired by a famous pop star. If you'd like to find out who, check the program notes on TennesseeWalt.com. The song is indeed by both Jennings and Nelson, but it stands pretty well as a summary of the relationship between Waylon Jennings and his wife, Jessie Coulter, who stayed together for decades, despite the fact that he was very, very much. He died and she became largely a gospel singer, so draw your own conclusions. We're coming up on the end of the show, by which, of course, I mean the beginning of the concourse. I do have a promise to keep though, because I told you back when that I was going to do the two songs I got the most requests for, and I've only done one of them. This is the other one. It was originally recorded in 1970, written by Johnny Christopher, Wayne Carson, Mark James. Yes, originally recorded by B.J. Thomas. But when most people think about the song, it is not B.J. Thomas. Sorry about that. Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could have. Maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. If I made you feel second best, Lord, I'm sorry I was blind. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. Maybe I didn't hold you all those lonely, lonely times. I guess that I never told you I'm so happy that you're gone. Little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. Tell me that your sweet love hasn't died. Give me one more chance to keep you satisfied. I'll keep you satisfied. Maybe I didn't love you quite as often as I could. Maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. If I made you feel second best, Lord, I'm sorry I was blind. You were always on my mind. You were always on my mind. I read about some guy who had this song played as his casket was carried out. You know, I regard this as basically being proof that people don't really listen to the song. The family said it was about how much he loved his family. The song is about what a lousy husband he was, but apparently the nuances of the lyric escaped him. His funeral, he can do whatever he wants. I'm all right. For the last song, I'd like to do one of the first country songs I ever did. I was not in the country at all in 1980 when Mac Davis also died in 2020. I recorded this song. But my cousin Neil McLean heard it and couldn't get enough of it. And it has been part of Ren family sing-alongs ever since. I think it has endured in part because it's about a feeling that we pretty much all have at this occasion. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. I can't wait to look in the mirror, cause I get better looking each day. To know me is to love me. I must be a hell of a man. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble, but I'm doing the best that I can. I used to have a girlfriend, but I guess she just couldn't compete with all them love starved women guess they're all in all of me. Who cares? I never get lonesome, 'cause I treasure my own company. Oh, Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. I can't wait to look in the mirror, 'cause I get better looking each day. To know me is to love me. I must be a hell of a man. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble, but I'm doing the best that I can. I guess you could say I'm a loner, a coward, tall and proud. I could have lots of friends if I wanted, but then I would stand out from the crowd. Some folks say that I'm egotistical. Hell, I don't even know what that means. I guess it has something to do with the way that I fill out my skin tight routines. Oh, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. I can't wait to look in the mirror. I get better looking each day. To know me is to love me. I must be a hell of a man. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble, but I'm doing the best that I can. I have a feeling there may be one or two other perfect people out there. And if you have the same problem that's talked about in this song, I'd like you to feel free to sing along. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble when you're perfect in every way. I can't wait to look in the mirror. I get better looking each day. To know me is to love me. I must be a hell of a man. Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble, but I'm doing the best that I can. I'm doing the best that I can. Thank you very much. Under normal circumstances, that would be aging the audience. Under the circumstances, most of the audience is privacy of the home. I just hope on my records is you are salivating. And as usual, I use my encores to speak in a few of my own songs. Can't really be a problem. I wrote a lot of songs last year. This one is from this past year. She greets me in the morning with an air she can't disguise. Her smile is simply beautiful, but it doesn't reach her eyes. She thinks she's fooling me. I guess she thinks I'm blind. I know her and I can see she's loving me with anything on her mind. She wishes me goodbye as she's walking out the door. I couldn't tell you why, but it's not like it was before. She says it with a smile, best that she can find. I can see that all the while she's loving me with anything on her mind. She may be with me, but her mind is off somewhere. She's right here in bed with me, but hardly even there. I don't know that she planned it. There's so much to unwind. I may not understand it, but she's loving me with anything on her mind. Something going on, I can taste it in her kiss. It's always had a special taste, never one like it oh so well. Maybe being kind. All I know is I can tell he's loving me with anything on her mind. That's the way it's gonna stay until one day she's on her way and leaving me with nothing on her mind. I should emphasize, particularly because my love of life is in the room here right now, that it is a common misapprehension that country songs are all autobiographical. That one is not. As far as I know, my lovely wife, with whom I celebrated my 20th wedding anniversary, is not planning to leave me, but I'm pretty confident that if she were, I would be far too clueless to pick up any of the signs. Here's another one, which also isn't autobiographical. Or this. Tell you the truth, I'm a liar. In short, what I do is tell lies. I say in each ear what it's longing to hear, and whittle the truth down to size. I'm a master of casual deception, of selling pure bunk in disguise. It's no wonder that you thought my stories were true. I myself believe half of my lies. When I said I loved you, I was lying. When I swore I'd be true, that was wrong. The very next day I went gladly astray. I was lying to you all along. We broke up when you learned I'd been cheating. I said just that once, but I lied. When you asked around, you easily found I'd had lots of girls on the side. I said without you I'd be happy. I said on my own I'd be fine. But as much as I try, I can't swallow that lie. I'm simply not buying that line. If I said I love you, I'd be truthful the very first time I recall. But I know that you, after all you've been through, just wouldn't believe me at all. Tell you the truth, I'm a liar. In short, what I do is tell lies. I say in each ear what it's longing to hear, and whittle the truth down to size. And I'm not a fellow who lies. Oh. So, my last song, I'd like to thank those of you who joined me here in person and those who joined me here remotely. This has been kind of a delightful day for me. I'm looking forward to this day, literally, as I said before, since March 15th, 2020, which was the last time I did an in-person show. That was at the Hillside Public Library in Hyde Park, and I had exactly the same audience number as we have today. Those who are here, you see what that is. We did not have a large number of people watching via Zoom because in those days we really could do a concert via Zoom. We've learned a lot during the past year, and I'm going to appreciate some new things, and that's great. Performing to a live audience is one of those old things that never gets old. So grateful to fates that let us all get to this point, and I hope we can get back to being even more. For my last song, I'd like to do the first country song I ever wrote. I have done it in this room before. It was the last song I sang in the very first Tennessee Walt show I ever did, which was in this room in April of 2016. It is the first country song I ever wrote. I like to do it, especially when I do shows in libraries. And it is my personal thing, partly because it was the first, mostly because it is my mother. grew up in the backwoods, way up north Atlanta, Michigan, with nothing much but pines for miles around. And their car was just a repo, and their house was just a depot on a railroad line no longer came to town. But Mary hardly noticed she was safe between the covers of the books that Mother made sure that she had. Off with Dorothy and Alice, her bedroom was like a palace, and in there she found life wasn't half so bad. Her mama loved the movies, and her daddy loved the ladies, and he loved the bottle more than either one. So Mom worked that much harder, with 3 kids in the larder, and she sometimes sat and wept when day was done. But Mary hardly noticed she was safe between the covers of the books that Mother made sure that she had. Spending hours alone and lost in worlds of Dickens and Jane Austen, and there she found life wasn't half so bad. There's no photo of young Mary with no book and with no glasses, with no book her hand just felt a little light. And when they asked her, what do you, when you're all grown up, want to do, they weren't surprised to hear that she would write. For Mary must have noticed she was safe between the covers of the books that Mother made sure that she had. Spending hours and hours of every day with Bronte and with Hemingway, and there she found life wasn't half so bad. Mary came to the big city, to an island called Manhattan, with nothing much but concrete miles around. And she made a life there for herself, piles of books on every shelf. Jane Austen had come with her into town. Yeah, even in the city she was safe between the covers of the books that Mother made sure that she had. With Shakespeare and with Tennyson, with Williams and with Dickinson, and there she found life wasn't half so bad. Mary lived to almost 80, and her novel never got written, and the life she led was sometimes way too tight. But she had 2 girls, she had 2 boys, she shared with them her greatest joys, the years she read to them most every night. And their mama loved the movies, and their daddy loved their mama, and they both loved books much more than either one. And the kids had troubles to get through, as children nearly always do. They knew what to expect when day was done. For they all of them had noticed they were safe between the covers of the books that Mom made sure they always had. Even if their hearts were bleeding when they sat down and got reading, in there they found life wasn't half so bad. In Mary's world, life wasn't half so bad. Thanks for coming, ladies and gentlemen. Stay safe.